Hello and welcome back to Marineford TCG. Happy Shanks Saturday. My name's Joe. Drink of the day was a cold glass of water, but I've drunk it all. Stay hydrated. So today I've been checking out the Straw Hat build of Shanks to see whether I prefer this or the red hair build that we played last week. We'll go over my thoughts on the two compared at the end, but this build's pretty cool. I think it does have its unique selling points, mainly the mole gun. I will talk very briefly about the list. If you want to skip straight to the games, of course, timestamps are in the description. So, like I was saying, the main draw of this build over the red hair build is, let me pull this up. So you've got Divine Departure in the red hair build. That's your way of killing Sanji and Pudding on curve. This build has Mole Gun. You obviously need to develop something before then, but realistically, you've got a lot of things you can develop before then. You've got Sanji, Chopper, and Rue, who you can develop no matter which curve you're on. And if you're on odds, even better, you can develop Luffy, and he is naturally 6k. Of course, in addition to that, this build is inherently just slightly better into Blackbeard, because we have more rush. We've got full playset of the Luffy, loads of this Sanji who gets value for such a cheap cost, which is really good. I am still on the Rue. It's just a nuts card, right? This card is just bonkers broken into so many decks. And then top end wise, I've got 3 of each. You could swap and change some of these if you like. And I am messing around with the Nami Searcher. It increases your consistency, right? With this build especially, we need to see our Mole Gun. Obviously, with the red hair build, you have different options. You can do like Hongo Beckman, because they're both searchable. With the Uta. With the Nami, you're looking for the Mole Gun. And the Mole Gun's really good. It only costs 4, so you get even that little bit of extra aggression on those turns. And this can come up in other matchups as well. Obviously, dealing with Green Kid, this is great. Mines the Kid, gets rid of the Rosie. What more could you ask for? But yeah, I think this build generally is just a little bit more aggressive, which is nice into the Blackbeard, and even into the removal decks like Lucci. I do think you're slightly weaker, potentially, into the green-purple Luffy. At least that's how it feels. But definitely more testing needed, and this build is certainly viable. Next, I think I'm going to test a build without the Nami. Maybe we'll try a couple Marcos. Might even try mixing in some of the Divine Departure, as well as the Mole Gun. We'll just have to see. But either way, here's some games. Got a game to green-purple Luffy, and he's choosing the turn order. He chose second. Okay. So, I mean, this curve for first is pretty good. We need some kind of reduction to combo with this Ben. Or we need to see Mole Gun, but we do have a Nami dig, and we're going to see quite a few cards by then. So I think we'll keep. Let's go with the Nami. We do get the Mole Gun. That's very important. And then we'll just pass it over. The Mole Gun to deal with their first Sanji Pudding is just like, it's that guy, right? He's that guy. There's the Going Merry and a Nami Search. Good start for our opponents. We've got a great curve here. We've got Sanji. We can do Lucky Roo on 5. If we get the Luffy, potentially even better. And you could say the same about the Chopper, honestly. Chopper is very strong on 5. Might even let us save that Sanji. He does get the 6 cost. I'm not that worried about that one. Let's just hit him with a 5, and then we'll play out the Sanji. Nice curve. He's going to take, as they usually do. Here's our Sanji. He could rest it with the Zoro. That would be a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. We needed to play this Nami to get the search off to try and guarantee the Mole Gun. He does have the Zoro. Very nice. We'll be able to take out our Sanji, but won't get any pressure, so at least there's that. Yeah, we'll let it go. Draw a card. We do need to stick something. Going to play out this Chopper here, I think. Because that can potentially just free block something. Regardless, I'm playing out one of these, and we're going to go 6 into the Zoro here. See if we can chew through a 2k. Or if he lets it go. We do chew through a 2k, not too bad. Chopper or Rue, right? He's going Spud. If he goes Spud into into Zoro, which is his best play, then Chopper's better. I'm gonna go with the Chopper, I think. Yeah, I think I like the Chopper. Because we need it to stay, I can't afford to use like the Lucky Ruse effect, because then we can't Mole Gun, right? That's the problem. Yeah, if we had like Divine Departure over Mole Gun, I'd 100% have gone with Rue. Then we can block a swing and maybe take out something. But as it stands, I think this is fine. So what we're going to see? We're going to see 7 and then 8. It's either 7-7 or 7-8. 8 is just lead effect block 2k, so we'll just take this one. Nice. Little Otama there. Yeah, then we'll see an 8. So we'll use the leader effect. Block 2k. We'll give the Sanji. Yeah, the Otama's going to be good. Resolve that there. So the one downside of doing it this way is we have to put 2 fucking Dons on our chopper, which kind of sucks. But I guess he can have hands. Yeah, we'll put 2 Dons on the chopper. We use the mole gun. Get rid of that. And then do we want to take out the Zoro? 6-6 or 5-7, right? I do want to try and get rid of the Zoro. The Zoro is annoying. So do we want to do 6-6 or 5-7? Probably 5-7. Probably 5-7. Because if he lets this go, then I'll just leave my chopper upright, I guess. Yeah, sure. Let's just get rid of it. Cool, we got a 1k out of his hand, got rid of his entire board. It's not about a turn. Next turn we're on 9, we can Otama Beckman. This one, which is great. We can start actually establishing characters. Which, who knew that helps? Quite funny though. I do want to keep this chopper because I want to have him on the board. But if this, what's this, 9? I mean, we can 2k. What's this? There's 2 Dons for a chopper of his own, right? We could completely fuck him here. But that's not really pivotal on us saving this. Because this is chopper, right? Okay, it's not. It's searchers. Boat. Nami. Fair enough. I was like, if this is chopper, we can just remove the pudding and then just pass. And just be like... you know what I mean? But yeah, we'll go... We can't do this Nami. We'll hit him with the 6. And then we'll go the Otama Beckman play to get rid of the Spud. Did he get 3rd one? Yeah, he got 3rd one. Okay. That's... Yeah, we don't have removal for that yet. At least we've got rid of 2 so far, right? We've got rid of 2. See if we can get rid of the 3rd. Ah, dear. This one's going to be harder than the last. But we will take his leader swing, however big it is. Searcher event, grabs a Frankie. He'll probably play that out. That's a pretty good one. Yeah, our hand is currently like booty. But we're going to get 2 draws here. 1 life, 1 draw. So hopefully get something. Goes with the Zoro. Does not go with the Frankie. Gets a giant. Seems reasonable. I will take this because we need something. The Shanks is a fine play. The Shanks is a fine play. Yeah, it's just going to be that simple, right? We'll go with the 7. He'll probably defend this one. Yeah. And then we'll go with this. Get him down to 1. Yeah. Seems good. Seems good. Yeah, I'd have preferred to have, like, some kind of way to remove this if we'd top-decked a Rayleigh. That would have been incredible, because we do Otama Rayleigh. Get rid of this and put a debuff on this. And that's slightly better, in my opinion. But developing the Shanks on that turn is not bad. There's the Luffy, though. But if he uses it, he's in big trouble. Because he's on no life. We've got a pretty decent board. And these are all -1, remember. They're all -1. They're still threatening attacks. Like, yeah, this is a 6. We'll give him a 2k on this one. We'll give the Hongo, I think is the worst one here. I think the time for Hongo has passed. Another 6. Yeah, sure. I don't think we need the Sanji. This is a lot of pressure, though. This is very good. He's turning everything. Yeah, no effect. 5 Don. You can leave some of them up, right? If we counter this, this goes into Ben Beckman. So I think I want to take... Rayleigh's good. Rayleigh's very, very good. We needed that. 7. And then this is 3 for that Frankie, I'm guessing. And then 1 for Giant. Because he's never going to tap out. So if he taps out, we could win. We'll Tamer out of this one because it's the only option. Yeah, it's just a little precarious at the minute. Okay, it's Robin. That works. That indeed works. Right. Well, it's always... Yeah, I don't think we can go for game. Not with 1 blocker, 1 life, 1 Don. And we know he has Giant. I don't think it ever happens. So we'll go with this. We've got to remove this Luffy. This Luffy's the most threatening guy. The Spud is the next most. So let's get rid of that. Now this is at 4. So we'll go 6 into 4, I guess. 6 into 4 is pretty good. See what he does with this one. We need to remove at least one of these guys. But it's nice that this has the debuff on it anyway. So, like, even if we don't remove this, this is at 4. He does give us the 2-1. Let's go 8 on 4. Let's elite the Giant and a card. And then the Shanks will just eat the blocker. If that's what he wants to do. But that's going to be Don -3. So he's going to be down on 5 Dons. Does give us the Zorojiro. 1 more card, please, sir. Does give us the Zoro. And then there's elite the block. Does he want to... He might not do the Don -1. Yeah, he doesn't. That's smart. Now let's pass it over. He's got to go for game this turn. He needs that 6-cost Luffy in hand. Because we got rid of his last one. We've got 2 life. We've only got 3k. It's not the best spot. But I think it's doable because this is at 4. Okay, he's not going for game. He's going for the Spud. Interesting. Well, he's going to get to restand 4 Don. Which is just silly. He's seen all 4 as well. So this is a real test of whether we can win with him drawing the nuts. Basically. We've drawn pretty well too. Can't lie, we've drawn pretty well too. I think the only turn we whiffed on, right, was the Shanks turn. I'd have preferred to have a Rayleigh than the Shanks, but even then, developing the Shanks was fine. It's going to tell him a lot. It's going to tell him a lot, but here's what it is. Robin blocker. Sanji blocker. Very nice. It's a good play from our opponent. Yeah, I don't think we're getting game here. This doesn't tap, obviously, because then you'd be tapped out on Dons. We can still do just Lucky Roo. Yeah, this is at 6. My debuff's cancelled out his buff. That's why I'm confused. We can still do just like double Roos. If we counter out of this, we only have 1 Roo. But 1 Roo could well be enough. Tough call, right? Tough call. I think I counter here. I think we counter there on balance, but like... Well, we get another one off the top anyway. We've also got this as an option. This is at 6. Let's just start with an 8. Non-committal. See what he's got. See what he's got. It's going to take. That's pretty rude. I mean, I'm never swinging first with the Shanks, right, to play around that. That's just, yeah, that's not great. Okay. Go with an 8 from Beckman. See what he does with that. At least it's a card out of his hand, right? It's one less thing we've got to work out. But he's got a vent. He's got 2 blockers. This one gets a card. We're in a tough spot here. We are in a tough spot. That gets a Gum Gum Gatling. I think we just double Roo here, you know. I think we just double Roo. In which case we're just swinging 6. This always eats a card or a blocker. This might just eat the Zorojiro. Demand a 2k. Demand a 2k. Because this only eats a 1k. Okay, he does have the 2k. Now, I wish this was a 1k, right? But it is what it is. At least when one of these attacks, one of the Roos can just take out the other one. But I think we might be boned here. Just take the trade. But if he's got the 6-cost Luffy, I think we're fucked. Ah, that's really bad. Yeah, I think we lose. We need some pretty good triggers here. We need some pretty good triggers. Yeah, that's the thing, right? He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are all at 6. Yeah, we need some pretty crazy fucking triggers. I can't lie. This is not good. No blocker resolve. That's not a crazy trigger. Not in the slightest. Why is this original Power Man? Feels bad. This has got to be this has to be a trigger. Mole gun. That is not a mole gun. Oh, that was a close game though. That was a good ass game. Yeah, GG's. GG's. That was a close one. I wonder what I could have done better in that game. I'll probably have a look over it at the end, but let me know. Got a game to Doflamingo. We will be taking first, of course, because they are, in fact, Doflamingo. It's not great. Let's take a mulligan on that one. I mean, the Sanji on 3 is nice if it doesn't get bounced immediately. We'll see. He's got a buggy on 2, so that's not a great start for our friend here. Did he mulligan? He didn't mulligan, though. Don't know exactly what that means. I'm guessing he has the law, and this next turn is going to be either teach. Counters that one, though. You don't often see the Dofi counter the first swing. They should just take, right? I know. Watch me get cooked here. You never know. I think everyone's bounties have a reset because it's a new season. I was going to say we're YOLOing, but we are not. There is a buggy here. If this is law, I'm going to be quite sad about it. Oh, of course it's the law, man. I hate this guy. Bounces back our Sanji. We're never doing anything with that. Picks itself up. Sure. Oh, we'll go no trigger on that one. We'll go with the Luffy. Hit him twice for 6. At least we've got that. Just do 2 6s, nothing crazy. At least this can't be bounced by law, right? He's going to counter the first. And then take the second, I guess. Yeah, sure. I mean, you may as well just have taken the first, right? You could have got a 2k that you want even less than Crocodile. But who am I to say? Teach. Very good card. But we do have Ben Beckman next turn, so we're going to be able to remove something, at least. We'll see what our friend goes for here. If this is like 10 into Luffy... This is 10 into Luffy, isn't it? 10 into Luffy Weevil. If we save this... I kind of want to save this, because our hand is kind of balls. I kind of do want to save this, you know? Feels so wrong. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Fuck it. This ain't attacking. Who's he? Whose man's is this? We get 2 swings next turn. That's pretty good. Yeah, let's give we'll give an Otama. And Sanji could come up at the end. Probably not. The blockers, we probably don't need 2 of them. Let's keep our options open. We've got 1 of each 2k, right? It's not too bad. Shanks will be good in a couple of turns here. Definitely going to Beckman this Weevil. So, what do we want? We want just value, right? So, we'll do that first. And then we'll do 6/6 again. I'd rather get a 2k in a life than a 1k in a life, right? If we do 5/7, he just gives 1k then life. Or he can give a 2k and take it. It's like, whatever. The chance of him giving 2k here is kind of low. And honestly, I'll take it. I will take it. We know one of these cards is a law. It gave us 3 1ks. I mean, whatever. I think he thought this was 7. This is not 7. So he's wasted a 1k. We win by 1k counter. It'll feel like a bit of a fraud, but it is what it is. Usually, the matches into Doflamingo are won by more than 1k. Or lost by more than 1k. But we'll see. I hate it when my opponents do like stupid mistakes like that, because there's not really a way I can sure. There's nothing I can do to be like, oh, we can do this, and then it's like he didn't do it, right? Because it just doesn't work. Anyway, enough yapping. What's going on here? Yeah, sure. We'll use it. I'm not sure if we're going to counter this or not. Probably. We'll see. He's in this with the 6. It's going to be a 7 once this resolves. This bouncing the Ben's quite annoying. Probably just going to play the Ben again. I'm tempted to get rid of the Teach, though. The Teach is really annoying. And then we can use our Dons to try and swing into the Boa. I think that's the move, right? We'll definitely counter this one. We'll give him the Sanji. But yeah, I think we Teach... Sorry, I think we Beckman the Teach. Another Luffy's quite nice, but I don't think it's going to be very impactful. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of the Teach. The Teach is fucking annoying. That guy stinks. Let's go 8 into 6. Because this is like all of his cards. Yeah, we get rid of it. That's nice. And then we'll hit him with a 6. I think we just win this game. This Luffy's just kind of popped off, can't lie. The Beckman killing the Teach as well. Maybe we could have done that last turn even. But I do think going with the Weevil was slightly more important. Because he had so many cards last turn, he could have defended the Weevil. As we found out by him spaffing a card away for no reason. Sengoku, but he's already on 2. Scary, right? We can even start going aggressive next turn. Weevil, that will be coming out for sure. But the fact that we've got rid of a Teach and he's trashed another one is really nice. He's going to struggle with his Don economy. And we've still got 2 more 2Ks. We've drawn like bare 2Ks this game. It's crazy. A red rock on the Beckman. I do not care. I do not care one bit. 7 here. YOLO into a red rock. So we can 2k leader effect 1k out of this. And then we 10 Teach. Get rid of this. We know he's drawing the red rock though. So maybe I don't want to 10 Teach. Although if that's his whole turn, do I care? Probably not. Let's go cancel, and then we'll give the Otama. I want to keep... This Luffy has been, like, my goat. This Luffy has been my goat. And next turn, we'll probably just go with the Shanks and then leave the Luffy standing. So that we don't have to... So that we don't have to defend him again. We can finally take a life when our opponent swings on the next turn. Okay, he came back, and so did I. Let's hit him with the... He didn't even attack with the Dofi. Fair enough. Let's go with 5. If he takes this, probably still don't swing with the Luffy, in all honesty. I think we just go with the Shanks. Swing with that. Get him down to 1. He's probably just going to counter this, though. You've got to imagine. Gives us a Jozu. The fact that he didn't attack with this Dofi does make me want to go with a more mid-ground play, right? Because we know he's drawing Red Rock. We know he's drawing Red Rock. We could go with a couple of different guys here. Go with this and this, and then we could probably defer, because we've got like lots of counters still. I think we do. It's a weird turn, right? Very weird turn. Gonna take that one. Just get him down to 0. I could have done better swings here if I was thinking about it. a little more. I got distracted by him leaving and then me leaving. I got a bit lost in the sauce. But it's okay, because, like, he's got the red rock, we know. So that's 1 brick in his hand. He's going to have trouble removing this Sanji. Obviously, he can play Law, but, like, there's no Teach, so the Law's got to come from hand. That's 4 Don. He's obviously going to want to remove these Luffys. And we've got, like, a 5k counter, which is no joke, right? It's no joke. We'll see. 76. How about if I said 2k? That's 5 2k. Yeah, and there's the pass. GG. Bro was fucking molding about those 2ks. There ain't no way. He had the Raging Tiger, actually. But if he Raging Tigers, he has... Actually, he just has no blockers. So yeah, it's GG regardless. Let's just move on from that one. Got a game into Blackbeard. We're going first. This hand is terrible. This hand's not great either, but we do have Dragon and Shanks, so at least there's that. Take the Luffy, of course, and we'll just pass it over there. Not a great hand. If we have the 3-cost Sanji next turn, that'd be incredible, but, you know. This is his age, believe it or not. He's going to get a burger, ditching a Van Orga and a Stronger. Hachinosu, ditching another one. Seems good to me. Gets a 10-bid. Again, seems good to me. Do we have Sanji off the top? Sanji from the top ropes. Here he is. It's not Sanji. Okay, we're just going 5-5 then. Keep it simple. You can take this out next turn. Give us a 1k here, probably. Yeah, burger. Oh, we must have 2 burgers, because he's definitely going to develop one this turn. No doubt at all. I lied. He's not even taking out the Nami. Oh, this is Dot Q, I guess. Either way, I'm going to take this first swing. No trigger. It's not a great card. This is his age, and yeah, then Dot Q. Gets another 10-bid, milling a shitty and a black hole. Oh, it's Lafitte. Why didn't he take out the Nami then? That's crazy. Especially if it's Lafitte, you should take out the Nami, right? Am I wrong? Let me know. Kuzan. Why not? Why the fuck not? Any leader effects? Probably not, right? Not on 5. I think you start from 7, typically. Ben Beckman is kind of the first card that you're actually scared about as Blackbeard. In general, anyway. How many 2Ks have gone through? Gone through 2 2Ks. It's Hachinosu trashing Van Orga. Wait, what? Oh, the feet was the Kuzan. Yeah, sure. Has a Vasco shot. That's not too scary, especially with Mulgun. Mulgun actually deals with the Vasco very, very nicely. Let's go 2-on-1. This is like the best Nami ever. Shit's crazy. 6-6 or 5-7. I think we do 5-7. Lives is the most important thing in the Blackbeard. We get a 2k anyway. What a result. Very surprised he didn't choose to establish the Burgess that turn. This is a trigger, isn't it? Some stinky trigger. Never mind, it was a nullify trigger. We'll take that. Probably a black hole. Sorry, yeah, this is black hole. I guess it could have been Liberation as well. They have the same trigger. But we'll see. Stage, trashes. Okay, maybe it was a shockwave trigger. But I think you do that to kill the Nami. This is interesting, though. You know? He's got a burger anyway. Will we see the burger come down? We can see Kuzan into burger, I'm guessing. 6-on-5. Next turn? Our next turn play is kind of shit. To be honest. That works. Rewarded, I guess, right? It seems pretty good to me. Ah, dear. Funny. Funny, though. Big Kuz comes down. This is going to cycle out into burger, right? He might leave it a turn. You could leave it a turn, in all fairness, and then you don't have to use leader effect. Because there's no one plays that we can do this turn. That's scary. But he does it anyway, and then cycles out the Kuzan into a burger. That also works, right? That works too. Yeah, sure. Okay, well, we're definitely going with the Luffy, as we drew him off the top. That's really nice. I think I'm going to swing 7 with this first, because we still get 777. Is that right? If we swing 7... No, we get 6, 7... We lose 1k. We play around triggers a lot better. I think we risk it. I think we risk it. He's going down really low already. This is really, really good for us. I don't mind that trigger. That trigger's fine. The feet. Sure. There's another 7. Eat your heart out, mate. That is a lot of 7s. We've drawn very well this game. Getting these 2 Luffys is crazy. That's nasty, man. 3. He doesn't have any 2s. And we know he has 2 teachers, right? He's shown us 2 teachers. Here and here. This is his age. Grabs a Kuzan. Milling a finger gun and a burger. That's all the burgers, right? 1, 2, 3 on the board. No, 1 more burger in play. Could be in his hand, though. We knew he had a burger before. Man, getting him down to 1 is just crazy on this turn. We obviously got to defend this if we can. That's a no-brainer. These Otamas do literally nothing. Hopefully he doesn't swing like another 10 with his leader. That would be bad. But in fairness, that would be his entire turn, so... There's the Hachinosu ditching off a Kuzan. Another burger. Don't mind an 8. I can deal with an 8, just about. But nevertheless, we can deal with an 8. We're going to be dragging this turn, dragoning these nuts. And then we're just going to be applying some crazy pressure here, right? It's great. Kuzan does come out. Might cycle into Vasco, just to have an blocker. That could be pretty interesting. But, like, we're in a pretty good spot here, right? We're in a pretty good spot. 5 lead. We never die next turn. Let's just take them. We can maybe defend this a bit easier. Yeah, there goes that. We're going to see another burger or another Vasco? Another burger. And then now we're going to see Vasco. Right? Vasco shit. Don't forget your leader effect. He forgot his leader effect. Well, he has Shockwave. Shockwave can take out a Nami, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We never die. He can live this turn, though. Cost him Shockwave. We know he didn't have any 2Ks. And he hasn't taken any 2Ks. Off any of these searches. What did he get off this? He's got a burger in hand. He's got a burger in hand. He's got a brick and a brick. This is a Shockwave. He's got 2 cards that aren't Shockwave. I think we just go for it, right? Do we ever want to attack with this? I don't think so. Just go big. Go big or go home. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. We're winning this game right here, right now. Easy, GG. Surely, ref. These burgers are like ridiculously big though. This is crazy. This is crazy. It's not even at 10 and they're already at 10k. This card's bonkers. This card is bonkers. Very surprised he didn't use his leader effect. Can't lie. Very surprised. He's thinking hard. He's thinking hard. I respect it. I respect it. 3 1Ks. Well, we know these 2 are bricks. We know this one in theory is a Shockwave. So this is a 6. this was a 2k, he'd have fucking used it, right? So you can shockwave this. Or you can take, yeah, and he does take. What's this trigger? This trigger needs to be crazy. Just a finger gun. Yeah, nice. We did the maths at the end there pretty well, but I can't lie. We got pretty fucking lucky, and he definitely should have trashed one of these Blackbeards to turn off our dragons on play. Like, that would have saved him 2k counter immediately. Hey, a win's a win. Got a game into green, purple Luffy. We're going second. Other than the mole gun, this hand's really good. I think I'll keep... No mole gun, but I really like Sanji into Luffy. That's such a clean curve. He's got the Nami search, gets the Sanji and pudding. Very nice. We've got nothing on 2, of course, but that's fine. I mean, there you go. Asking ye shall receive, I guess. Could be worse, eh? We'll see what he's got on 3. Never 5-5. It's always just one swing. See how many other searches he's got, though? Well, if it's just a 5, I'll prefer to not take. I would rather not, sir. 3 for Frankie, maybe? If that's the case. Frankie could be a decent play out here. Either that or he has 3 searches in his hand already. Zorojiro, okay. It's one you don't see every day. Let's just hit him with a 6, and then we'll hit him with the Sanji. Next turn, we're going to see the Sanji pudding. Zorojiro will ramp back, which is pretty interesting. I could have not swung there, actually. I'm probably supposed to not swing there, thinking about it. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a while since I've played into Zorojiro in something other than, like, red, purple Luffy, where they're on 3 at base anyway. But yeah, I think I'm not supposed to swing there, actually. That's interesting. Yeah, I think that was a mistake. Hey-ho, at least we identified it pretty quickly. Didn't waste too much time on that. We'll be able to clear this in this way, at least. And we don't have to waste any dons as well. Sure. This is going to be a Zorojiro then, right? Nice little Zorojiro. Yeah, we'll take 1. I don't mind taking 1. Also didn't have any counter, so... Yeah, Zorojiro. Very nice. Very nice. The fact this doesn't actually lose him any dons is pretty good. It is pretty good. So we're going to be doing 4 for this. We've got 2 dons just kind of hanging out. You got that one, sure. Yeah, we've got 2 dons just kind of hanging out. So I guess we can go 6 into Zorojiro and then 7 into lead. It's better than anything else I've got. We do want to get rid of this Zorojiro because it's just going to get pretty crazy value. We'll do this first in case there's some random trigger that KOs this. And then we'll do this here. So if he has another Sanji pudding, which I don't think he searched a second one. But if he does have it, we can't remove it. Because we don't have any more mole guns. We don't have Otamo Beckman. But it's okay. We can do the Rayleigh, at least remove the Zorojiro. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I think I am slightly preferring the Red Hair Pirates build so far with the stage and Divine Departure. Not really sure why. It just feels a little bit better. Maybe it's the Yasop. The Yasop's quite good in this matchup, actually. Yasop is quite good. We'll see, though. He'll probably want to take out this Sanji, at least, so we'll get a draw off that. Obviously not defending it. That would be a nonsense. Going to see a 7. 7 into 5. Defend this one. Give him the Hongo, I guess, here. I don't think we could. If he doesn't spud, we could. I think we're always just Rayleigh next turn. Yeah, I think we're just Rayleighing regardless, so we'll just give him the Hongo. The Chopper could come up as a blocker later. Okay, he's got this. That's interesting. That's never tapping sideways, though, right? If this taps sideways, I'm popping off. I'm absolutely popping off. Because we're going to... Strange sequence of actions, but I'll take it, I guess. Yeah, sure. Well, we got lots of Rayleighs. Rayleigh Gaming. Next time we got Tamara Rayleigh as well, which is nice. I think we're always just taking this out and we'll put the 2 debuff on this and just swing 5 and 5. It's not great, but this goes down to 5 for his turn, so it's not very threatening. He's on 5 Don, he's going to be on 7. It's nothing too crazy. If we had a Beckman, Otama Beckman on this would be crazy, but I think this is fine. Just keep it simple. Get rid of the Zorojuro, bring down this so it's less threatening on this next turn, and we'll get a card out of his hand. He's got to defend this with 1k. So, I mean, it's not much, but it's honest work. Gives us a 2k, so I'll take the extra value, I guess. And we've got a Rayleigh on the board now. We've got quite a bit of counter. These Luffy's just kind of hanging out in the hand now. Don't think they're going to be very good in the next couple of turns. I'm foreseeing another Rayleigh in my future. I can't lie. Luffy Tyrant to Zorojuro is very good, though. That's a very good turn. But if he wants to leader effect, that's Don minus, like, 3 this turn, which is not great. Does get the Robin, can't even play it because he's got no spuds. If one of these swings, yeah, boat here. You never do that one first, man. You never do that one first. Yeah, you always swing the leader first, right? Because if we counter for some reason or take, then you don't swing with this and you leave it standing up. I am going to counter this, though. I'll give the Sanji. Seems good to me. And he's got no Don open, so we should be able to clear both the Zoro and the Luffy. 6 cards, it's like pretty good, right? Yeah. I think we're going to just take the removal on the Zorojuro, though. And try and remove the Luffy via battle. Sorry, that took me a minute there. Yeah. Bang, bang, bang. So this is at 5. Let's go 9. No, let's go 8, because I would like to play the Nami. I would quite like to play the Nami. Let's get a bit of a search going. But obviously, if he counters this one, I'll swing another 7. I'm not letting this live. This has to go. And if he's going to give me 4, like 2, 2, 2, 1 to defend it, it's alright. Yeah, cool. That works for me. We'll hit him with a 6. Get 1 card out of him. Oh, he's on 5k. Whatever. I'm still going with 6. He'll probably defend this one. Yeah, it gives a 2k. It's fine. We'll deploy this. Grab a 2k here. Definitely don't need any more Rush Luffys. I love Rush Luffy, but like 3, nah. Not happening. I can already see 1 getting trashed by this bad manners in the near future, so. 8 Don plays out the Nami, looking for that Sanji pudding. I'm sure he'll see one. He's only seen 1. Another Rush Luffy. I mean, it's fine, but it's not great, is it? I can't imagine it's what he was hoping for. Got to have been looking for that Spud, but only seen 1 this game. This is the Luffy Taro build, which is pretty interesting. Some builds are on this, and some aren't. I think it's good. I do think it's good. 8 on 8. I don't think there's any swings coming bigger than this. Leader swing could be. I suppose. If he plays out like Spud for 5. What am I talking about? There's no way that there's anything bigger than that fucking 8. And if it's a 9, it is what it is. I'll take the L. Okay, he's going with that. Is this swinging? And is it staying tapped? That's the question. 5. No. What about no? There's no way you're swinging twice with this. That would be mental, man. That would be mental. I'd be surprised if he swings with it at all, in all honesty. I think you just leave this here. Nope, I was wrong. Guess I was wrong. Well, we're obviously countering that one. This turn is looking like a Rayleigh. It's looking like a Rayleigh. We can debuff, we can Otama Rayleigh, get rid of both of these. Maybe. Definitely giving that one. Definitely giving that one. He could use leader effects, but if he was gonna, he'd have done it before swinging with this, surely. Yeah. There's another Otama, so we just clear this. Try and clear this. If we don't clear this, it's fine. Triple Rayleigh's pretty gross. Can't lie. So this is at 5. Let's go 5 and 5. Start him off with that. Get a 1k out. Or he'll just let it go. Who knows? Who knows? Either way, we've got this game. This game, I think, is over. Let's go with the 8s. Yep, there it goes. And then we'll go with the 9. Get him down to 1. Probably could have just swung 8 there and bluffed at event. But it's whatever. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. In fact, the best swings was probably start with 6. So he has to give a 2k if he wants to defend it. Another Luffy Taro into... Yeah, that's not... that's not doing shit, man. I'm sorry. Yeah. We'll go for game this turn. Maybe with one of these Luffys. Who knows? But yeah, he's on 1. He's going to have some amount of events, but... What's going on here? Oh, that was leader effect. Sure. I just saw Don's disappearing. Like, what's happening? But it was leader effect. That makes some sense. We got 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 into 5. Do you know what? I don't want to defend that. 2 Dons open for Gum Gum Giganto. We got Rue. We can also Otama Beckman. Let's just start with an 8. Or we can start with a 10. And go 10, 10, 10. 10, 10, 10, 9. That kind of just sucks. 8 is incredibly low commitment, so let's just start with that. He's not got many cards in his hand, is the thing, right? He's only got 4 cards. So if he gives us 2-1, it's like, dub. If he uses Giant, dub. He only gets half value out of his Giant. Giant. Seems reasonable. He's down on 5 Don now. If he goes down to 3, he can't even play the Luffy next turn, so we just win. Okay, his hand is all 2Ks, though. Why did he trash a 2K? He had these 2 as well. One of these is a... Okay, so his hand is Giant, Rush Luffy, and then whatever the fuck he drew off that Giant. Then let's go 8 again. Because these 2 cards are the only ones that we don't know. So unless this is a 2K or a Rush Luffy, and this is a Giant. I'm guessing. Some combination of Giant, 2K, and Rush Luffy, these 2. 0 cost. Get trashing a Spud. Okay. And again, we've still got these Luffys, like, right? We can swing twice. We can swing lots of times, realistically. If we do 10 here, then we have 13. 13 with 3 cards. Giant is 4. 2-2-2. He can get out of it. If we go 8 and he Giants, and he's got no... He's just really low on cards. Let's just go with another 8. I'm living or dying by the 8. I think the 8s are... Because we have options, right? We can Beckman, his Zorojuro. We can rush twice with these Luffys, put 2 Dons on leader and swing 7. Gum Giant, okay. So he's got absolutely random cards in his hand. Got options here. We can go 6, 6, 7. Which it's like we could lose. We've got the 0 cost. We can also develop the Rue. We could go Luffy and then Rue. He's only on 3 Dons, so he can't fucking do anything. Let's just go with one of the Luffys over the Otama. Attack for 6, put a Don on lead. going to counter. Okay, I think we'll commit to the Roo here. I don't want to play out another Luffy and then randomly lose. So we'll go 6. If this is counter, he has to use it. Because otherwise we threaten 7. And this is hits and Lisa Hatchet. We would have lost. He had a lot of counter there, actually. It's interesting. Let's just deploy this. He's got 5 done. We shouldn't really ever lose here. We've got 2, 3, 4, 7k counter, 8k with leader effect. We've got life, we've got a blocker. You know, he's got 1 guy, and it can't be 6 cost Luffy because he's got too few dons. His swings are low. It's looking good for me. It's looking good to me, chat. You ain't swinging with that one first. You got to swing with this first. Otherwise, this goes bang, bang. Got to swing with this first. You got to commit to your numbers. Is the problem, right? 6 is very low. Got 4. He can Don -2, go to 6. 8, 10. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. Let's just give him the 2k, right? Just give him the 2k. It's like, even if he can rest the blocker, like, I just don't care. I don't care. I have a 0 cost. And 2 1ks. And a life. Now we'll just take the block. Okay, one of these for fun. I don't know what this Don's doing, but I just don't care, right? You can do, what, 6 with the... No, you can't even... Oh, he pranked us. He pranked us. We didn't get to see the... Either way, very clean. I'm sure I could have probably won on that last turn, but after he used the second Gum Gum Giant, it's like, he's not got enough Don to do fucking anything, so we may as well just kind of slow roll it, take the extra turn, and get the guaranteed dub. So I hope you enjoyed those games with the Straw Hat build of Shanks. I do think I generally prefer the red hair build, just personally, but this build is really strong. The Sanji into the Luffy is still just an insane odd curve, and Shanks obviously has his traditionally pretty good even curve of things like Rayleigh into your 5 cost, into your Ben or your Rayleigh or your Dragon on 8, and then dropping Shanks on 10. Definitely some room to mess around with the list. I think the Nami Searcher is potentially the weakest card, as well as one of these 2Ks. As much as like 2Ks are crazy in Shanks, I was finding maybe one too many a couple of times, so I'm interested in trying maybe a 4th Rayleigh or a 4th Shanks instead of one of the 2Ks. And it would probably be this Sanji that I cut. You only ever really want to see one of him. Hongo is quite nice for the early game to come with Beckman into stuff like green-purple. And of course, Otam was just the GOAT, and this Chopper, well, you know we ain't cutting him. Either way, let me know what you think of this build. Let me know what you thought about those games, especially the game where I lost. Let me know if you spotted anything that I didn't. I could have done better to win that game that I lost. Either way, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.